But strictly, my point is that if it's not the best path for you, it could be the best path for someone else, and we should not shame other people for the paths they choose to take. Since when was wanting to pursue a higher education not a flex? Hi guys, I'm Tati. Welcome to Tati's Media, where I get to inform you and offer my perspectives about different things, but it's typically things that you guys see in the media. Today we're covering Storm Reid's viral TikTok about education that kind of sparked a little bit of controversy. I want to preface this video by saying my intention is not to shame anyone that doesn't want to pursue college education or anything like that. I am in college, but the degree I am pursuing has nothing to do with what I want my dream job to be in life. Regardless, I still appreciate the privilege that I have to be able to get higher education. And that's one of the many reasons why I am in college. General education in college isn't for everyone, and I think that's fine. I don't think that you need the government's general education to be educated, if that makes sense. As always, I am not the news. I research, I collect my thoughts, and then I give them all to you through my lens. If I get anything wrong, please kindly correct me in the comments. Recently, actress Storm Reid has been going viral on TikTok, but not for any red carpet events or TV shows, but for a different reason, defending herself on her wish to pursue higher education while also being an actor. If you don't know who Storm Reid is, she's an Emmy-winning actress, best known for her roles in Euphoria, The Last of Us, and A Wrinkle in Time. She's not only a talented actress, she's also a full-time student at USC's School of Dramatic Arts.
You're doing like the college thing and acting, all of that at the same time.
It's been a challenge, but I feel so blessed to be able to do both. It was important to go to college and further my education and have the real life normal experiences. I'm in the School of Dramatic Arts, so I was able to immerse myself in theater, which I really appreciate. But really I wanted to go to the parties and go to the football games and do the things, because I didn't get to do that. I was homeschooled, so it was important for me. It was also important to reiterate to my team and the people in my life and even the faculty and staff at SC, we got to make it work. Yes, it's going to be challenging. Yes, I'm going to have to do summer school, but now I only have 2 months left and I'm so heartbroken.
You're about to graduate.
I'm about to graduate.
Were you surprised that the Euphoria folks actually have gone back now and they're filming again?
The goal was to always get back on set. Obviously, it took a little while, but I'm not surprised at all, and I can't wait to see what
they're gonna miss you.
I know, I'm gonna miss them.
And I also want to add, growing up, I absolutely adored Storm Reid. Okay, I watched everything she was in, and I always thought her and Zendaya were real life sisters. I am so proud of everything she's pursuing, and I think she's a talented young woman. So I just had to add that in case she ever sees this. I absolutely adore you. Anyways, let's get into today's controversy with Storm Reid. She was making a video and someone commented on there saying that college was a waste of time and all it really does is get you into a bunch of debt. In response, Storm reminded everyone that she's working full-time, attending a prestigious university, all while staying grounded and balancing her career with her education. And she also ends the video by saying that college isn't for everyone, but it was the right path for her. This all began on a post of her dancing. Somebody commented, "Love that she has an acting career and was able to go to college and graduate. That's such a huge flex." Someone responded, "College isn't a flex, success is, and college isn't needed to be successful. College just pushes people into debt. Unless you're becoming a doctor or something, a lot of people don't even use their degrees." Now let's take a look at Storm's response to this.
If you know, you know. I don't be responding to comments, especially via video. But it says, college isn't a flex, success is. So what do we call my success plus going to college? My success plus getting a degree. What are we going to call that? Let me know. And you're right. College isn't for everybody. But it was for me. I wanted to go. I felt like I needed to go. And I was able to do that. And work. Full time. But I wanted to work and I wanted to further my education. So I did that. I'm almost done. It's 3 weeks left of school. And I will be out of there. Mind you, I went to the illustrious USC. Acceptance rate was about 12% when I got in. Now it's 8%. Okay, yeah. So I'm all for people having their own opinions, but let's just, let's be real. Let's tap into reality. I did that. And I also got an Emmy while doing it in college, 20 years old, junior in college. So, babe, again, back to my first question. What do we call being in college, about to graduate, actually, in 3 weeks, May 16th? Mark your calendars. What do we call graduation plus being successful? What do we call it? I would love to know.
I don't understand why getting a degree is something to be made fun of. Why are you mad at her for educating herself and bettering herself in some way? I didn't see anybody getting on Yara Shahidi when she got her degree from Harvard not too long ago. Why y'all getting at her? For what? Since when is getting an education a bad thing? I don't think y'all be mad at her if she went and got her doctorate or her master's or law degree or some other form of higher education besides a college degree. Nobody was hating on Megan Thee Stallion when she got her college degree. Y'all was rooting for her. Now all of a sudden, because she was able to not only get her degree but work at the same time while getting her education, which is something very hard to do, y'all want to be mad at her for it? Please. I understand college is expensive and not everyone can afford to go, and there's some people that are not meant to go to college, and that's fine. But don't get mad at someone who was able to go and finish.
Now that we've been informed on what we're going to be speaking about today, it's time for Mind Over Media. Welcome to Mind Over Media, which is my mind over the media, so we get to talk about my perspectives and my opinions on the controversy. As always, no harm is intended to anyone involved. These are just my perspectives, and I like to share them with you guys. I think Storm's response was very much warranted. Storm never comments on controversy at all, so I was very interested in seeing what she had to say about this entire thing. I don't really have much to say about her response, but something I want to look at closely, which I think is the bigger issue. Why is education seen as something that is no longer to be celebrated? We live in a generation where it's shifting toward AI, social media careers, and quick success. You know, I really do get it. Like, why spend 4 years in college when AI can write your essays, become an influencer, or you can build a brand straight from your bedroom? You know what I mean? The creative industry is evolving so people don't have to go to college. But I feel like just because AI and social media are more popular now doesn't mean that traditional education loses its value. I'm just confused on why choosing to be educated is now something that people mock. Like, I honestly always say this, but you guys make fun of everything. You guys mock everything. Storm wasn't bragging about, the awards and all her successes. She was proud of herself, as she should be. And then this also just makes me confused. Why are we glorifying the hustle over the process? Is this like a new narrative where if you go to school, you're wasting time, but if you drop out and get rich, you're a genius? Like, I'm confused. I feel like that's such a flawed way of logic. However you get your success, however you get your dream life, is however you choose to do it. You can do that however you want, and I don't think that one way is shameful than the other. Everyone's path is different, yet they can all coexist. You can be creative and you can still be educated. You can use AI and you can still value critical thinking. In all honesty, I use AI every day for a lot of different things, but I truly do value certain parts of education. I personally don't care to be educated on the microscopic elements of physics, but I do value the ability to write well and speak well, because that is going to fall into my dream job, to have my best and most successful life. And I think that speaking well and writing well can be done successfully through higher education. Sometimes people don't even look at college for academics. Sometimes college is a place where people can grow socially, professionally, and, just emotionally. My mom was the first woman in her household to go to college and successfully get her degree. So for some people, going to college is a generational achievement. So if someone chooses that route, why would we shame them for it? Overall, I think we're in a weird moment where we're confusing convenience with substance. Just because it's easier to skip school doesn't mean we devalue the people who choose to stay there every day, right? That doesn't mean I'm telling you or anyone else that college isn't the best option. For me personally, I don't necessarily think I need college to build the dream life that I want, but it's good to have backup plans, and it's good to kind of branch out and experience different things if you're able to go to college and to get that higher education, like I was saying. But strictly, my point is that if it's not the best path for you, it could be the best path for someone else, and we should not shame other people for the paths they choose to take. Storm Reid isn't trying to prove anything. She's just living her truth, and I think that should be enough. We've heard enough from me. It's time to hear from you guys. Would you still choose college in today's world of AI and influencing careers? Do you think the internet undermines intellectualism and glorifies fast fame? What do you think about Storm Reid's response? Was it valid? Was it necessary? Or was it defensive? I want to know your guys' thoughts. Please let me know. And I'm looking forward to conversing with you guys in the comments. Okay, love you. Bye. Mwah.